Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. Today I am going to be reviewing Volume 6 in the Komi Can't Communicate series. This is what the cover looks like. I actually read this in the print version. I've been alternating between the print and the ebook version, just whichever version my library has available. And this seems to be a pretty popular series, so I am having some trouble finding the print version, so I was very happy that I got the actual paper version of Volume 6. So yeah, let's dive in. Volume 5 was the continuation, it was the cultural fest at the school that Komi goes to. So it was all about the cultural fest, in which the class that Komi belongs to decided to do a maid cafe because fan service, I guess. And of course she was in a maid outfit and we had some cross-dressing from Tadano. But that is now done, and Volume 6 has the conclusion of the cultural festival in which everyone is going to go sing karaoke. Now, at this point, I'm assuming you have some familiarity with the series, but if you don't, our main character is Komi. Komi is here. She is perceived as very cool and aloof and too good for everyone else in her class by her classmates, but she actually has a communication disorder. She finds it very difficult to talk with and associate with her classmates. So she isn't quiet because she thinks she's better than everyone. She's quiet and doesn't talk because she has trouble communicating. And Tadano has kind of stepped in as her friend and is helping her make a lot more friends and expand. However, these situations come up that Komi feels uncomfortable with, and one of those would of course be karaoke. So of course, after the cultural festival, they're going to go to karaoke because it's something that's going to make her stress. Well, they don't go because it makes her stress, but I feel like it's just conveniently a very good situation to put her in, or an interesting situation to put her in. So she has to navigate that. I like that Komi keeps getting into these situations that are kind of outside her comfort zone, but they are things that she wants to do. She's growing, she's stretching herself, and yeah, I find it really, really interesting. There are a couple other characters that are introduced, or I don't remember if one of them was introduced, but they are at least expanded upon in this volume that I think have a lot of potential for future volumes. The first one is Komi's dad. So Komi comes from a family in which there are three very quiet individuals similar to Komi, one of them being her brother and the other one being her father, and one incredibly outgoing individual, and that is her mother. Her mother is kind of the odd one out, very social, very outgoing, but Komi and her dad just get each other, they understand each other, and there's some sweet interactions in this volume of Komi and her dad. I believe they're going shopping, and yeah, I just think he's a very interesting man. I think that he's a good asset, and he kind of complements Komi perfectly in that, yeah, you see Komi interacting with a parent who kind of understands and gets where she's coming from, where Komi's mom maybe is a little less certain where she's coming from, but Komi's mom loves her and is there for her too. It's just interesting to see her dad and her interact. The second individual who is in Volume 6 who I see a lot of potential for is this boy named Katai. Katai joins the class and he is rather large. So he looks very scary. Trying to find a good picture of him. He looks like a very intimidating boy, and he also is really, really quiet, and everyone thinks that's because he's scary. He's gonna beat people up, or he has a very intimidating aura about him. So people are kind of nervous about him, but that's similar to what happened with Komi, where everyone thought she was cooler than everyone and that she was just so much better than everyone because she wasn't talking, when really she was just shy and had this communication disorder. And Katai is kind of similar, and Katai actually looks up to Komi because he perceives Komi as being better than he is, even though they're kind of just the same people, not the same person, going through similar situations. So I think Katai has a lot of potential. It's interesting to see someone else in her class who has the same issue, and just the way that he's approaching the problem and the way that he's getting through the class. So I think Katai is going to be a very, very interesting character, and I'm excited to see where he goes in the rest of the volumes. So that is my review of Komi Can't Communicate Volume 6. I think it's just an interesting volume. It really introduced some more characters, and I think it's setting up for things in the future. I liked it, and I'm excited to continue the series. If you have any thoughts on Volume 6 of Komi Can't Communicate, I would love to hear it. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.